All right, we're live. You should be able to see me and you should be able to hear me. So if you're in, let me know. Let me get my phone. That way I can track the chat because I can't do that in OBS yet. Where's my phone? Hold up. Here it is. All right. And then my phone holder's still broken, so. But anyway, hi, this is Travis. I'm the founder and creator of this channel. So if you're first watching this, or if you've been a subscriber of the channel, a friend of the channel, welcome back, of course, but welcome to those who are new. What I do is I miniature paint. So this right here is my defiler, and he is currently at 90% completion. So really fun. I took this piece off, but you can just attach that. No big deal. So I do miniature painting here. I also just talk about what's going on, if there's any new news in the hobby world. Talk about other people's hobbies, what they do. If you like music, I love music too. I can't play any during this. I wish I could, but I'd get copyright struck, and then my channel would go bye-bye. So I'm not there yet. But either way, welcome to the channel. So again, my name's Travis. This is ChaoticCrafterZero. It's the name of the channel. I also have a Discord if you want to check that out. There's a lot of people on there, so not just me. And that link will be in my description, along with some other links in there too. And I do have an Instagram that I started, but I still got to populate it with a lot of content, and I just haven't done that yet. So I've been really focused on the defiler and getting him done, because if I do all the other stuff and I don't focus on this, then what am I doing, right? So it's kind of a balance being a YouTuber. But anyway, let me go to chat. Let's see who's in it. And I'll say hi to everybody, and we can go from there. Put myself on mute. Ah, Memes is here. Hey, man, what's good? Hey, good to see you, man. LED said, sorry, I was watching way too much HH. You're good. Has Been Hotel, I'm guessing? Is that what you're talking about, Ellie? I could see you watching Has Been Hotel, for sure. That seems like a fun show. I've never watched it. I think I watched, like, part of the first episode, and then I got busy doing something else, but that's a very popular show. It's very popular. I was right. Hell yeah. I'm still with it. I still kind of know what's going on. Let me get my other glove. So whenever I handle my minis, for those that don't know, I wear these gloves because I don't like using my hands. So if you've ever seen my short videos or some of my other videos where I'm doing painting, I like to have these because my hands they get very sweaty, and the oil on them will start to go on your miniatures while you're painting them, and it starts to rub the paint off and all that hard work you put in. So to avoid that, I wear gloves, okay? Not every miniature painter does this. You don't have to, but I just found out that I hate redoing things over and over again and making the same mistakes, so I'd rather purchase something and never have to deal with it again. All right, let me get my hobby light on. So I got my hobby light on. Sweet, we got the setup here. Mimes says nothing much, just living life. Oh, that's cool. Living life is good. Hey, you're alive, dude. Count your blessings there, man. You're not under the ground, so that's great. That's great. Anything fun this summer? What's everyone been up to? What's been keeping you busy? Me, I have some pretty bad back pain right now, so I'm still recovering from it. I got a sciatic nerve issue. I found out about that last week, so I was in like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 pain with my back last week, and it was absolutely miserable. And then I finally got with a doctor, and they said, oh, it's probably your sciatic nerve, which is attached to your muscles down there, and everything kind of stretches together, and it's very painful. She called it debilitating, so that sucks. Yeah, Mima said, oh my god, I swear every time I'm at the final parts of painting my miniature, my hands are sweaty and they get paint off of them. See, exactly, yep. It's time to get some nitrile gloves, bro. You can just go to like a mechanic store. If you go to like AutoZone, like I got these from Home Depot. They're pretty cheap, but I would recommend ones that are like really gonna fit your hand really well. They're kind of tight. You don't want to get them too big and loose. You still want to be able to articulate with them, touch things, and not worry about it. But like, also it gives it better grip so you don't accidentally drop it. Because I cannot tell you how many times I've dropped even this mini, and the amount of times I've dropped it is just using my like regular hands. So these things, they're gonna fight you, and these are your tools. But unfortunately, sometimes they're a little messy, right? So if I were you, Mimes, I would recommend getting some good, strong, comfortable nitrile gloves. So something that's got some durability to it. Again, you can go to like AutoZone, like Napa Auto Parts, wherever you could get them there. So that's good. And then LED said, I've been talking to Ren. No way. Oh, how you been doing that, on YouTube? And then she said, I think I haven't been to the doctor yet. So probably not yet. Oh, and then my foot is horrible. Oh, God. Take really good care of it. And go get another doctor if you're not sure. Maddie had a really bad scare, last year, and it took her out for months, and we should have gone to a different doctor. It took us a while until we finally went to a doctor, and by then it was almost too late, but luckily the doctor was able to help. So that was pretty scary, and she was off work for a very long time, and that sucked. So yeah, don't play with your health, guys. Take care of yourselves. You only get one life, and if you're wheelchair bound or you can't walk, yeah, it's, you don't want to fuck with that, man. So I know medical things can get expensive, and I understand all that. So I don't have too much to say about it. I'm not a doctor, like my wife's a nurse, yeah, but I would recommend that you go to a good doctor if you can find one. A good one. I know it's harder to find, but try. And I can't tell you how to do that, but hopefully you figure that out. It's a part of adulting, is getting the right care, and like not every doctor is going to be perfect for you. So FYI, I've learned that lesson multiple times. So where one doctor doesn't catch something, I go to another doctor and they're like, wait a second, did you ever get this checked out? And I'm like, no. And they're like, huh, well, that's weird. Your prior doctor should have. And I'm like, I don't know. So that's going to happen, guys. Same with your dentist. You can think you have a good dentist until you're getting your teeth yanked out of your mouth and they break other stuff in your jaw and you have to get all this other stuff fixed. That happened to me. Ask me how I know. So, and then back to the chats. Mima says, if you still feel unwell after a few days, probably should go. Better safe than sorry. I agree. Yeah. And it's hard when you're young because, like, you're not used to pain. You're not used to surgery. You're not familiar with, like, how your body's telling you what to do. And you're like, I'll be fine. I'll just sleep it off, or let me give it 2 weeks or whatever. Like, you should, I mean, yeah, it depends on what it is, right? But like, you can give it a couple days and maybe it's nothing. You just have like a headache and you're like, yeah, I just have a headache. Let me drink some Pedialyte. Let me drink some water. Let me get some sleep. Let me eat some food. Oh, I'm good, But then there's some things where you're like, I've never had this pain before in my stomach. I feel like I'm literally bleeding on the inside. Yeah, you should probably go to the ER. But when you're young, it's really hard to tell. And I am a victim of that too. I'm not going to tell you everything, but let's just say I've had a couple surgeries and it's because I didn't listen to my body. I was Mr. Tough Guy and I'm like, yeah, it hurts, but like, I can handle it. And then it's really your body telling you, hey, there's something wrong, idiot. You should probably go in and get this checked, like, now. And then I learned my lesson. So, a few times. So, ask me how I know. Anyway, and then Mima said, yeah, probably get some gloves when I get the chance. It's a good idea, man. They're only a couple bucks. Like a 50-pack for $8 or something. Don't get, like, the surgical kind or, like, the medical kind. those aren't the ones that you want. That's different application. You want something that's more for like tools and like I can't tell how many times I'll go to cut something and I like cut my finger and I'm bleeding. But with these, they're pretty tough. Like I won't stab it through my finger. So something else to think about if you don't like sharp stuff. I mean, I've stabbed myself so many times I can't even count. Even with the plastics, yo, I've stabbed myself on these chaos these chaos things because they're sharp, they're pointy. Like, yeah, you better believe I've given some blood for the blood god to Corn, because some of these things are actually pretty sharp, hilariously enough. So if you're painting chaos, yeah, be ready to stab yourself like on these little freaking pauldrons right here. Them bitches are sharp, so watch out. It'll lacerate you. All right. Anyway, this mini is 90% complete. So what that means is I have everything together that makes him, in my eyes, not just table worthy, but like showcase worthy, where I feel good to like show him off. The only thing that's missing is the base, right? Like every person who plays Warhammer understands that minis have to be on a base, except for vehicles, types of vehicles. But like this has to go on a base because you have to be able to measure from one unit to the other, because you're attacking them and you use rulers and you use like different rules to like, how do you strike? Can you charge them? Can you hit them with this type of weapon? Can you hit them with that type of weapon? And all that comes down to your game mechanics, and you need to have a way to like measure things, or else how are you going to know, right? I mean, you could do from like the front of his claw to, you know, the front of that guy's foot, but things can get kind of crazy, especially when you're talking about like you have 30 units and they're all attacking each other. It gets a lot to manage, so a lot of people just go from base to base. So tip of the base to tip of the base, boom, that means you're in range. So I probably went on a little too long with that. And then, who else we got in here? Ellie also said, I told Ren and he said to focus on not dying or something like that. Oh my gosh. I'm assuming for your foot? Is that what he's talking about? Well, that's not helpful. If it was me, I would be like, I need to see a picture of it, just because I could look at it and be like, yeah, that's not good. You should probably get that checked out. Yeah, kiddo, that thing looks infected. So, if anything, you could literally probably take a picture of it and like, I don't know if you could send it to Google and if it could say anything about it. I don't know. I've never tested that before, but that would be interesting. But yeah, get with a doctor, get with a professional, have them check it out. If you think there's something wrong with it, there might be something wrong with it. All right. And then LED said Crafty has the chat filter thing on. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn that off. My bad. It does it automatically. All right. All messages are now showing. Mimes says don't have the mechanics to replace your weak flesh yet. No, I don't, man. Not yet. I wish. If I could have robotic hands, dude, it'd be so much easier. Like little arms right here to just come out and paint my mini, and I could just do whatever I want with my normal hands. I would do that. That'd be great. Or like little spider arms that come out like this, like Doc Ock. You know what I'm talking about? That'd be pretty nice. If you didn't know, that's why Dr. Octopus has those, is because he was a scientist and he worked on like nuclear fission and stuff like that, so he needed a way to hold on to things that human hands couldn't. It's kind of smart, but then it's like, what about your body is exposed? Don't you need armor or something, dude? Like, that never made any sense to me. I'm like, why doesn't Doc Ock have armor on? Like, duh. You have all this money and you don't use it. And then Mimes, an Iron Warrior 42 is here. What's up? Good to see you, sir. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live. And then Ellie said, I'm going to do lyrics. This is a song that I've been thinking about since I was 17, and now I'm 23, so I made it. All right, go for it. And then Mimes said, imagine reverse Google searching it and pulls up trench foot. Yeah. If you have trench foot, you're in big trouble. I've seen the start of trench foot. I've never seen full on trench foot, but I've seen when people don't change their socks or they wear the same boots and they sleep in them, especially when they sleep in them. They peel their freaking socks off and it smells horrendous. It's like it's a sour smell. Like I've smelled that on me, but that's just the BO and not being able to shower for long periods of time. Iron Warrior 42 could talk all about that, I'm very sure. I don't know, have you ever seen trench foot, man? I know you were in the desert, but I don't know if you ever saw that. Like I've been to Mississippi, I've been freaking to Kentucky, I've been to Indiana, freaking Atterbury. You probably know what Atterbury is. That place is misery. It's like it rains so heavy there. They have tornadoes there all the time. I've seen hail. I've seen blizzards. We've shot in a blizzard, which was absolutely ridiculous. And I've fought in I've done a lot of training, and I've been in austere conditions, including jungle. I've also been in the jungle too in Hawaii. So, but a lot in the woodlands mostly, and then the desert too, right? So, which in the desert, I don't think you can really get trench foot, but you're definitely going to get some nasty fungus, and like I've seen like ringworm on people and gross type of bacteria that grow on people, or like these cysts, and ugh, Nurgle would love it. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, so I've seen some things before, including on myself, so I am not invincible, right? You as a human being, you'll find out real quick what the human body limits are when you're out in the sticks, and you haven't showered, and you're, going through some pretty nasty bush, meaning like things with thorns on them, and things that like cut you when you walk past them. Like, it's crazy, man. Or you have to deal with poison oak, poison ivy, bugs. I mean, I've woken up and I had spider bites all over my face, even with bug spray. And, yeah, that sucked. So, yeah. Been there, done that. Gotten a couple t-shirts. Not all of them, but, yeah. Right now I'm just doing some varnishing, just some light varnishing on my, some of the work that I've been doing. So if you didn't notice, maybe you haven't noticed, but I finally have the smokestacks on, and I had them ready, so they've been painted and ready to go. I just didn't know how I wanted them to look, so I just decided to just do plain old, just some plain old, smokestacks, and just because there's other ways I could have done them. Like some people, when they did theirs, they made them like red hot, or I've seen some that have some bluing to them. So there's like a couple ways to do it. I've even seen purple, where it's like they make a metallic purple and it looks really good. I didn't know what I wanted to do with these, so that's why for the longest time they weren't on here. But as of yesterday, I finally glued them on here. So now, again, this is 90% completion with the Defiler. So there's still some little things I got to do, but the base is going to be the main thing, right? So the base is the rest of the mini. If you don't have the base, you can't play the model. Again, vehicles are the only exception sometimes, so. And then LED said, there's all this dirt under my nails. Wouldn't you like to see where I went to high school? Blood under my knuckles. You should have heard the way I spoke last night. Those are all song lyrics. Don't freak out. Iron Warrior 42 said Doc Ock should wear a yellow hazmat suit. Armor's a bit much. I could see that too. That's a good point, 42. That's a good point, man. Yeah, if he was in a yellow hazmat suit, that would go pretty hard. That would go pretty, like, he's kind of like the mad scientist, sort of. So, a scientist that can fight. But yeah, that would make sense. Like, instead of whatever he wears, which I think is just like a literally like a doctor's like a doctor's coat or whatever, it's just not as scary. Like I think a yellow hazmat suit would be a lot more appealing. As a bad guy, he would stand out a little bit more, kind of like the Juggernaut, right? Like the Juggernaut stands out when you think of a bad guy. You're like, yeah, I don't want to be near that guy. He's gonna take me out. So a guy with like giant robotic arms and in a yellow hazmat suit and just crazy and like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see. I'd like to see that. So, Mima said maybe skip the few days and go when you can. Sounds pretty bad. LED said there's salt inside my mouth, sugar on my tongue, freckles on my cheeks from good old fashioned West Coast sun. I feel so beaten up and bruised. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't keep anything from you. So those are song lyrics again. Don't freak out. She's just doing songs and stuff. It's like poetry. Mima says, does this guy belong to a specific chaos god? Ah, good question. So my headcanon on this, or my fan fiction on this guy, is he is Black Legion, okay? But I chose it that this is a demon engine that Abaddon and Perturabo got together on, like, so Perturabo is a demon Primarch. Abaddon is not. He is not a demon Primarch. He doesn't have that, but Perturabo can talk to Vashtor, and Vashtor is almost the fifth chaos god of machinery, of technology, and he is the one that creates the soul grinders. He's the one who creates the defilers. All these demon-infused warp engines, or demon engines as they're called. So in my mind, Abaddon got this from Perturabo, so they had some sort of a deal. Abaddon was like, hey, I need to do my 14th Black Crusade, because he already did his 13th, so I need some demon engines, and Perturabo just said, okay, you're going to do it, but you better make sure that this defiler gets his blood bounty that's required by Vashtor in the contract. So, really fucking nerdy, but that's kind of my headcanon on what this is. So, if I could say anything, it's Chaos Undivided, technically. But if Vashtor the Archifane became the fifth Chaos God, he would definitely be under that. What's the word for it? I guess following. So he would worship Vashtor. This thing is from Vashtor, therefore it is required to do the work for Vashtor, as it's soul binded, demon warped, infused to this thing, right? So that's how I think of it, Mimes. That's a good question, by the way, because there are defilers that can be like Nurgle specific, or Slanesh specific, or Zinch specific, or Khorne specific, and then in the middle there's Chaos Undivided, which this kind of falls into that. But if it was more, if Vashtor the Archifane comes out as a Chaos God, that's what this thing would be. Because I think that's a really cool idea. Good question, man. Drinking Liquid Death tonight. Yeah, it's pretty metal. Honestly, it's just the taste of it. It looks cool. It's not like, I mean, I guess it fits the image of my channel, but I actually really like drinking these. These are very good. They are a little expensive, but they are very tasty, and they're actually pretty good for you too, believe it or not. So I'm not paid to drink this or anything. I wish, but yeah, so that's just my choice for sometimes. I usually drink Coke Zeros, A&W Zeros, water, just plain old water, and then I love these. These are really good. So this is the Sweet Reaper. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's basically sweet tea. It's very tasty. Obviously, it says sweet tea, agave, and then vitamins. And it just makes you feel good. And if they're cold, they taste even better. So highly recommend if you're looking for something to drink in the summer. Those are pretty good. So, and then LED said there's sugar in my mouth, liquor on my tongue. LED said, I don't know, it's just a bit of it. And then Iron Warrior 42 said, I'm going to buy a Wolf Priest for my final Space Marine mini. Ooh, I switched my mind on the Rune Priest. Oh, that's interesting. What's the difference between a Wolf Priest and a Rune Priest? I actually don't know. I know what the Wolfen are. I know what a Rune Priest is, but I don't know what a Wolf Priest is. I I would love to hear what that is. I honestly don't know. I know a little bit about them, but they're a whole faction in of themselves. I'm glad you guys have that faction because they're pretty cool. And then Memes 1260 said Primarchs don't have tantrums and throw your fortresses into a planet because they got stopped 12 times in a row. Ah, I see. Yeah. So Abaddon did lose out. He didn't. His crusades, as I understand them, and I will defend him a little bit just because I know the lore. Some could say it got retconned, but I understand it that Abaddon decided to. He's Chaos Undivided, right? Which means chaos in general. So if you didn't know, Abaddon, to please all 4 of the Chaos Gods, has to do things that are not linear, right? So maybe they don't make sense. Maybe his objectives are unclear. Maybe he's wasting too many resources on one crusade and then underwhelming resources on another one. You know, like maybe he's spilling a lot of blood in this one while losing, but in reality, while they're fighting, he has something else going on over here. So I understand that Abaddon, everything that he did, of course it didn't work out perfect, but it worked out perfect for him in the fact that it was able to further him in getting closer to finally getting to the 13th Black Crusade, which was the most important Black Crusade, because that's what made the Eye of Terror into the Cicatrix Maledictum once they took out a lot of the pylons, right? So a lot of the Necron pylons, he took those out along the way, which just split everything because Necron tech is what keeps the warp at bay, along with obviously the Astronomicon from the Emperor. But so he knocked out those pylons on purpose in order for the Cicatrix Maledictum to spread, and then the final bastion of humanity, along with what was keeping chaos at bay, along with his forces at bay, was of course Cadia, right? So Cadia is a very impressive world, and he needed to destroy that planet or destroy the pylons or whatever he needed to do. He saw that as like a big chess piece to take, like the queen, if you will, if you're playing chess. He's taking the queen out, and that strategic world right there, once he knocked that out, he technically won in the end, even though along the way, what he was doing seemed haphazard or, maybe not logistically smart. So the way that it worked was he would do raids just to get technology. Or let's say he's raiding a world just to get some Chaos Knights. Okay? And even though he loses 50,000 legionaries, guess what? He just gained 15 knights that he's going to corrupt and put into his Black Legion. To him, that was worth it, right? Or on the next one, maybe he goes on a crusade and his forces are only distracting whatever's on that world. It could be even Necron worlds, by the way. And what they're trying to do, well, the Necrons would know. So let's take the Necrons out of this. Eldar are smart too. They're going to see what's happening. Let's say the humans. So the Emperor, the Emperor and his Imperial Guard are PDF based on one planet. Even though they might win that battle, the whole time, Abaddon was over here destroying a Necron pylon that they didn't even know existed on the planet. So even though they might have lost on that world, he won in the end because he destroyed a Necron pylon. So That's a really long-winded answer for why Abaddon is not a total failure. He's not. And another thing you could look at, too, is that he looks at Horus, his gene father, and he thinks Horus was a failure. So if Horus were to come back and try to lead the Black Legion, Abaddon would kill him. He would kill him. How do I know this? Because Fabius Bile created a perfect clone of Horus, and Horus went to Abaddon, and even though it was a clone that was a one-for-one, almost exact match, even had the memories. He didn't have the soul. And Abaddon knew that, and even though Horus was still strong, as a Primarch, he was pure, and Abaddon was still able to slew him, obviously because he had chaos in him, and Horus did not. It's like Horus if he was just a regular Primarch. So, crazy answers, I know. Get my gloves back on. Mima says Abaddon is just Alfarius disguised. That's hilarious. LED drinking 5 monsters. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Iron Warrior 42 said I like drinking Liquid Death, especially the iced tea version. I haven't had the iced tea version. I have the sweet tea right here. I'm going to get another one. I have the green tea. So this is the green tea, the green guillotine as it's called. I love the names that they come up with this too. It's very metal. They know it too. So, cheers. We have a Jack Tripto in here. What's up, Jack? What's up, Jack? Please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it, man. I'm trying to grow my channel to 500 subscribers, and I'm almost there, and you can help me. So if you're watching this, if you like what I'm doing, if you like my voice, maybe you do, maybe you don't, or if you like what I'm doing, or even if you just don't care, but you want to support a random guy who's not AI, and I'm not paid, and I'm never going to ask anyone to pay for anything, unless if it's merch, obviously. But, like, I'm fucking real as hell. So if you wouldn't mind, please give me a subscribe. It would really, really help me out a lot. Neo's here. Neo said, how's everybody doing? He said, YOLO. Hey, what's up, Neo? Me and him did a collab video. For those that don't know, I do have a video with him and me coming out very soon. It's a long-form video, so be looking forward to that. It's me interviewing Neo as an artist. So as a miniature artist, and just going over what he's learned, his style and how he found it, and how he got into the hobby, right? So if you want to learn more about Neo, along with what he's got going on, so he's also a YouTuber, he's also a savvy business guy, he has his own website, so if you want to have your miniatures painted, he is a professional miniature painter, he will paint them for you, and there are fees, of course, but he will negotiate with you on that. He also has an Instagram too. Please follow him on Instagram. Or if you want to join the Discord, that's another way to connect with him, and you guys can talk there. So, Neo's a great person. He's been a friend of the channel for a very long time, and I've been wanting to do a sit-down interview with him, and I finally got to do it. So, I will be posting that probably before the end of next week. So, I could probably post it within a couple days, but definitely before Sunday of next week, I will absolutely have that video out, and I will share it, and you guys can watch it if you're interested in knowing more about Neo and his journey and who he is as a person, who he is as an artist, and what he's doing. Then that's a really cool video you guys could check out. And I will be also interviewing other miniature painter artists. So if you want to be maybe featured on something like this, if you actually got something going on, you want to talk about it, you feel good, you want to tell people your story, you want to tell people how you do it, how you got into it, what you're doing now, what you want to do, hey, let me know. We could have that talk, and we could probably make that happen. So it's just something I'm doing on the side. It's not like my main part of the channel, but I really want to explore that because there's so many good artists out there. There's so many good miniature painters, and I feel like they're always hiding or like they just don't get the attention that I don't want to say that they deserve, but like that they earned. Like to hear their story, to hear who they are, um, how they do this, how did they come into this crazy hobby, and what else do they do, right? So maybe they're like a tattoo artist. Maybe they're a different type of artist completely. They got the old canvas and brush. Wouldn't that be interesting, right? So, or drawing. Like I like to doodle, so that's something that I like to do too, right? But yeah, look forward to that, guys. So, what else we got here? And then Neo said, I'm fine working on a Mortarion commission. So there you go. See, he's working on the commission right there for Mortarion, which is the one of the largest miniatures you can get for Nurgle in 40k. So he's also very intricate and very, very difficult to paint, I've heard. But Neo has his own way of doing it, and I'd love to see how that looks, man. Yeah, Neo. That too. No, for real. Well, Travis, the algorithm is against all of us, is what he says. And I agree, dude. It hates every single one of us, yes. I 100% agree, Neo. They like the slop. They like what trends on YouTube right now to me is a slap in the face of like actual people who actually do this, who actually grind, or I hate to say the word grind, I sound like everybody else, but like people are trying to make it. There's such a disparity between like the people who are subscribed to a stupid channel that it's all rage bait, that's all they do, and yes, I'm hating on them, but they get like hundreds of thousands of views. And then there's channels like mine or like other people's channels that actually put time and like intelligence into their videos, and we just get buried in the algorithm. So I definitely agree with that sentiment, Neo. We are fighting a uphill battle, and the algorithm hates us. It doesn't like originality. It doesn't like unless if you have a lot of money to put on a huge production set and you're able to do all this stuff on camera and have like multiple people mic'd up and you have editing staff. If you don't have all that, like it's going to be a grind, dog. It's going to be an uphill against the freaking storm the entire way up, but it's not impossible. Other creators have done it. I've gotten further than I've had some videos trend very well, and it's been pleasantly surprising sometimes when my hard work pays off. And then there's times where I just post a crappy video and I get thousands of views, and I'm like, why did that get more views than this, where I actually took my time? So it's a fickle thing, bro. 100% agree with you, Neo. Yes. You understand it. If there's other people on here who are also YouTubers, you definitely understand it, man. It is a grind. It is a challenge. So I'm not giving up. I'm doing this, even though people might not watch this, or maybe it never makes it big time. This is fun for me because I get to hang out with y'all. This is my one day a week where I get to like literally nerd out and talk about Warhammer all day. Well, for this hour, right? Or these hours, I should say. Because, like, Maddie doesn't want to talk to me about it, really. I mean, I could tell her all about it, but she's going to be like, okay, I don't care.
Wow.
So, exactly. So.
No way, babe.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you guys and gals, we could talk about all the nerdy stuff, and I love it. Or hobby stuff, or music stuff, whatever you guys want, whatever you guys and girls want to talk about, we can talk about that. The only thing I try to stray away from is politics. I really try. So, but it's not to say I don't have political, fucking political opinions. Of course I do, absolutely. But I try not to make it about that, right? So, I hope you guys appreciate that. Because some channels, they do nothing but politics talk, and they're successful from it, but To me, I don't really understand the appeal. To me, you're just adding fire. You're gaslighting the whole world at the same time that you're trying to make yourself on YouTube, and you have to be really, really careful because you could become a target real fast if you're not careful with what you say. So, same with like commentary. I don't know if you guys ever watch commentary YouTubers. Those are people who talk about other YouTubers. They talk like a lot of them talk smack. That's what I've learned. So like a lot of commentary YouTubers, they just talk smack on either other YouTubers or like industry specific stuff or like celebrities or whatever. And people do that and you get a lot of views, but man, you better watch your back. I've seen many stories of these people who had like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of YouTube subscribers, and they mess up one time, they lose like almost half of their entire following overnight, and they will never get that back. So if you're in YouTube sphere and you want to try to get meteoric fame, you better be careful how you do it. So, anyway, back to the chat. And then Mima says, I swear the only live streams I see is just slop. Yep, soulless slop. Only a few genuine people live streaming. No, for real, Mimas. Yeah. And there are some people who are very talented on live streaming too. Like there's people who play guitar. There's people who... I saw one guy, you've probably seen him, he's like wheelchair bound and he can only play with his mouth. Like he has a controller that he uses his mouth. It's like a special controller, and he like plays Call of Duty and stuff. Like that's really fun to watch. It's amazing that he can do that. So like that's another thing that he does. Some people could probably say it's fake. Like maybe he acts like he's doing it and someone's like behind the scenes doing it. I don't really know, but like that's kind of cool to see. But a lot of it, dude, is just soulless AI slop, straight up, man. Or it's rage bait, you know, and there's just a bunch of these like, oh, I'm going to call the cops. Should I call the, like, dial 911? I'm going to dial 911. And like, they do that and they tell you have to give them like, I don't know, 10 sons and they'll do it. You know, they're like, give me 10 sons and I'll do it. 10 sons and I'll do it. I'll call 911. They think it's so funny. And then when they get 10 sons, They just keep saying, all right, 20 sons. Now we need 20 sons. And they'll never do it. They'll never do it. It's crazy that it works. But again, like those are the ones that get all the views. They're the ones getting thousands and thousands of people viewing their stuff because they're able to capture that short attention span. And another thing, y'all probably know this too, there are bots on live. Not every person who's in chats is a human. I've gotten many bots. I had my people who would kick them out. So if it was a bot or something and they came in just saying random stuff, we would just kick them out. So yeah, that's a thing too. So there are bots that are viewers, and there are all these AI slop or rage bait, just brain dead live streams. And yes, I am jealous. I am. And it sucks. I am jealous. I admit it. They don't have to try and they get all these views and I'm over here busting my butt. Oh well. It's alright. It's part of the process, right? So in life, not everything's going to be the way you want it to be. But you can do everything that you can to get yourself to where you want to be. So we got more going on here. Sorry, I'm not reading your comments. Mima says, Ellie, you're going to go to a sugar coma with all these foods and drinks. She said, I'm okay. LED said, my roommate just asked if I'm GAY. Uh-oh. Neo said, LOL. And then Mima says, I swear the only live streams you see is slop, soulless slop. And then Neo says, I live stream sometimes, usually just video games. And he said mostly Warhammer games, like Space Marine 2, for example. Mima said, Maddie's smart, not wanting to go into bankruptcy for plastic figures. That's funny, dude. Arvin said, "Hey, Chaotic, imagine that chaos monstrosity can only walk sideways like a crab. That would be very funny, man. I like that. He only walks sideways." I've seen crabs like that before that like go back and forth in Florida, and they have like the big blue claw. I don't know what they're called, but I remember seeing those crabs, and they can only go back and forth. It's such a weird evolutionary. They just got shafted, man. They can only go back and forth, like left and right. Like they're. Yeah, that's funny. Bless you, Maddie. Neo said my dog would be a great president. My only political opinion, I would say. That's so funny. Mima said I would vote for him. I would vote for him too, Neo. He'd probably be better than anybody else. LED said I'll be back in a second. I need to explain to my roommate that I'm Pan. Okay, go for it, Ellie. Neo said genuinely malarkey talking about some. Give me 10 hearts and I will pull the fire alarm. Yeah, that's another one, Neo. Exactly. See, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like they like stand by the fire alarm and they're like, bro, give me hearts, and I'll pull it. I need two more hearts, and then they get 2 more hearts, and they're like, oh, I'm not gonna pull it. I need 20 more hearts, 20 more, and it works. It works. They get money, they get subscribers, and they get attention, and I'm like, God, I hate you. I literally hate you and your channel. I hate all of you and your stupid channel. Go away. Also, some of them are also, if you didn't know, there's a lot of them are pre-recorded, and they'll literally loop it all day. They'll loop it, and then they'll switch out the people so it's a different thing or a different person, and then they'll loop it for like 2 hours, and then they'll switch it over, and they're literally making bank off this. They're making so much money, it's ridiculous. Sorry, I got my phone here. I'm just reading the text, as you can see. LED said I stopped vaping. Oh my gosh, that's great, Ellie. Good job, Ellie. Mima says I'm pretty sure those live streams are on a loop too. Yeah, 100%, bro. They definitely are. That's great, Ellie. I'm glad you stopped vaping. That shit it's trash for your lungs. You are inhaling water vapor into your lungs. Like, I know people who've been smoking those things for years now, and when they cough, it sounds horrible. So, yeah, water in your lungs is not a good thing. That's how you get pneumonia and shit. So, yeah. I don't know why people do it. They're addicted to it, and it's easy to do, and yeah, there's like nicotine in it, and it gives you a buzz or whatever. Like, you'd be better off smoking a real cigarette, I think. But don't smoke. Don't smoke. Don't do it, kids. I used to dip, personally, so I used to dip chewing tobacco quite a bit back in the day. I got rid of that. LED said 5 to 6 years addiction. Damn, yeah. Stop it. Cold turkey if you can, and never go back. So, that's good. Neo said, I have an interview on Friday. Thank frickin' God. So tired of the job scene being booty cheeks. Oh. Yeah. You've been going through the interview process there, Neo? I hear it sucks, man. I'm very sorry. It's hard out there for people trying to get a job too. It's not. It's like people are like, oh, everyone's hiring, and it's like you apply, and they're like, yeah, but not you. But you should still apply. You should put your name out there. Try to be different. Try to be better. You know, actually like meet them if you can, or call them and all that. So, LED said, can I tell y'all my crushes from shows? Mima says, sure. Go for it. She said, first, Alistor from Has-Been Hotel. He's so freaking hot and funny. He. Mima says, I could see it. Ellie said, Shigeru Kai from My High School Academy? I can't remember what MHA is. And then she said, Mange from MHA. Zubul, so she likes Zubul. Kane from The Amazing Digital Circus, and then Himko Toga from MHA. All caps. All caps. That's funny, man. Alright, let's see. So I got some glowing effects going under this right now. Let me go ahead and... it should be good to just varnish it. I'm just going to varnish it up. You could spend all day on this stuff, man, and you'll never be done. So for those of you who do miniature painting, Neo, Iron Warrior 42, Mimas, like, y'all guys know, it's really... sometimes it's hard, sometimes, to be like, yeah, I'm done painting. You know, like, you know that you're done. It is a problem that I have where sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's good. And then I look at it and I'm like, oh, I forgot one more thing. Oh, I missed a spot. You know, like, you're kind of doing your quality control, and that's totally normal. But, like, sometimes I work on things and I'm like, I don't think I'm done. Like, I want to do more to this mini, but what can I do? And then you're taking up precious time that maybe you could be spending elsewhere. But sometimes, like, I might think about it for a couple days, and I'll be like, you know what? I think it would look really cool, and I do it, and it looks awesome. So a lot of you guys know what that's like. If you're a mini painter or an artist, Ellie could probably talk to this too about, like, doing cosplay, and she's like, yeah, that's good enough. Maybe she'd be that way. There are people who are like that. And then there are some people who are like, man, you know, I don't like the way this fits on me. I don't like the color of this. I'm just going to redo it, you know. Maddie has that problem too. So she's also an artist, if you didn't know. She's a big-time crafter. And I've seen her many times, like, do something, and she's like, crap, I didn't do this 100% right. I'm just going to redo it. And I'm like, it's like 5 hours of life. You know, but she wants to do it right. So... shout out if you know what that's like. It's not like you're a perfectionist, but it's just this... maybe it is perfection. I don't really know what to call it, but you just have quality in what you're doing, right? So, like, I look at my Defiler, even though he's pretty good looking right now, man, I still see so many spots where I'm like, I could do this. I could do this. I could do this. Oh, don't forget about that. So, but overall, I'm happy with him. Overall, I'm happy with the way this guy came out. It took me a good 2+ months to get him to where he is right now. And I don't even have the base done yet, man. Like, the amount of work that it takes to do these, and again, I don't do this every day. I do this sometimes every week, and I will, like, buckle down for like 2 to 3 hours, maybe an hour at a time, and I will do what I can on him. But I mean, if I really wanted to sit down and really get this guy to where it is right now in one sitting, God, I don't even know how long it would take me. I put so many hours into this, it's really hard to say. And this is the largest mini I've ever built, by the way. The second biggest ones I've ever built would be my 2 Chaos War Dogs. So, yeah. And those were also a big challenge, but I was able to knock those out relatively quickly because they were, you know, I just focused on them. I focused on them really hard. This, I'm only focusing on this guy a lot. I did work a little bit on my Space Marines, but I kind of took a break from them. And yeah, it's an unprimed side. Oh my god, oh, he didn't prime it, oh. You know, people freak out like I didn't paint all. I painted the chain, but like, you don't see this, so this is me showing that I don't have absolute perfection in everything, okay? I'm sure there's other people who are like this. I do this though. Like, I did this all the way around because I could swap out his little gun. But there's some people who don't even bother painting like in the armpits or in the joints. They're just like, paint it black, it's fine. So every artist is a little bit different. Let me just go ahead and close this up and put him back together here. There we go. So now he's whole again. And let me get his base because I want to show you his base. Because I need to start working on that. That's the point of this live stream. So he's really awesome. I love him. I'm going to put him to the side so I don't drop him anywhere. So put him over here where he's safe. Let me get the base, which is in the box. And this base is big. B-I-G. capital B-I-G. It's the largest base I've ever seen for any miniature. Minus knights, fine. Or titans. But I've never seen a titan in real life, so I can't talk about that. But like for knights, yeah, this is massive. I think it's a 120. Mimes said no prime Megamind meme. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So I do have parts that are not primed, but you're not gonna see them. You're only if I take it off and I flip it over, you're gonna be like, ah, my eyes are bleeding. So that's so funny. Mima says, I feel that I have a few that I forgot to put in the wash and effect on and keep saying I'll fix it next time. Yeah, so there's another one, right, where you have to do the wash or you want to get special effects, such as like glowing. Like I love this for glowing, by the way. This thing is awesome. If you want to know what it is, I could tell you. This is golden high flow acrylic, so this could be used in a airbrush gun, and this is, what color is this? Fluorescent orange, and I got this at Michael's. So Michael's sells this stuff is radiant orange, and man, do I love it. Highly recommend it. It's a little expensive. I think it was like $6 or something, but man, does it get that effect really good. So if you're looking for a good orange to get glowing effects, there you go. LED said more lyrics. Some men are killed by gunfire, some men are killed by swords, some men are killed by undead minions of the zombie horde. Ooh. Some men fall off buildings and splatter to paste. Some men will shit their guts to death when poison they do taste. Ooh. What song is that, Ellie? That's pretty metal. What song is that? Who did that? LED said, I'll be back. I gotta change my profile picture. Okay, go for it. She said, oh, I'm back now. There's Ellie. Let's see. What is her profile picture? Ah, from Has Been Hotel. That's fun. It's a crazy show, man. They make the demons the good guys. So, in like not biblically accurate, but it's like they take Disney and it's like, I don't even know what the fuck it is. It's like, take everything you think about hell in the Christian like understanding, but like turn it into a cartoon where it's like a musical. It's an interesting premise. It's an interesting premise. So I'm sure if any of my grandparents watched it, they'd be like, "What the hell is? What is this show?" It's so confusing. So, but it's very popular, especially in the underground, in the alt scene. It's very popular. So. Oh, it's from Ailstorm? Oh, okay. No, that's some cool lyrics, though. Well, thank you for that, Ellie. Appreciate it. All right, so I got the base. I do need more parts. Let me get those. Not that. I think they're in a case. Hold on. Here they are. Who got a tat? Or is it something else?
Lynn sent it to me.
That's hilarious. That's so funny. Alright. Maddie was showing me something on her tickety tack. Her tickety tack. Alright. Oh, your Insta? My B. Sorry. Oh, yes, of course. Alright, so I got all my bits here. I'm not going to use every single one, but like here, I got some extra bits. So like here's a dead guardsman. I absolutely love it because he's got like the jet flame pack on. And this is just a PDF soldier, so it's not like faction specific. I did get this from a 3D printer on Etsy. So if you are curious how I got this or where I found him, I can post it later on. Just let me know if you're interested, and you can purchase these. They're a little pricey, I'm not gonna lie, but like the quality is really there. There is, I mean, you could even see there's like a bullet dent on the back of his backpack. Sorry, you can't see that. He's got scrapes on his helmet, like little dents and like war damage, and I'll have to like kind of pluck a couple things off here. So let me get my handy dandy scalpel, and I use this to cut and to remove some of those mold lines, if you will. Or like, I don't know how this guy was printed, if it was used with filament or if it was resin. I'm going to guess this was resin made. So, yeah. But even the barrel has like little, like, it just, these are amazing for what they are. They're not GW specific, but like, here's another one. Here's one of them blown in half. So he's definitely going to go on there. I just got a regular old Space Marine helmet. I'm just going to literally make it look like his head got blown off. And this one will probably be... I might do a Black Templars. So we'll see what I do with that. What else do I got in here, right? So this is a part of the base. The little crabby claw goes into the asphalt here. I got more base bits. So this is a part of it. This is a part of it. Holy crap, this is a part of it. Here's another piece to it. So all of this I got demon skulls here too, by the way, which I love the demon skulls. So extra brutal, very metal. Love these things. I can use these too because demons die also, right? Sent back to the warp. This one's one of my favorites. I really like this one. Very, very chaos looking. Definitely what you think of like a chaos demon. This is your standard demon, right? So human skulls. I got a whole bunch of human skulls. I got Space Marine skulls. I got Tau skulls. All the little bits and bobs. I have all that. Along with some extra parts that belong to the Defiler, but I don't need those here. Mainly I need these 4 pieces, and I need to position him on here and then glue him onto it. And I'm not going to glue it, like I'm going to position it, but I'm not going to glue it down yet. Okay? I'll tell you why, because I got cork, and I'll be doing cork on this base. So, let me get him. Hold on. Holy ADHD, Batman. Yes, I apologize. I'm here. So, Mr. Krabby Patty, let me get some of these dead Space Marines. This is a dead Space Marine I got from just a kit. This is a real one. I think this one came with Abaddon, maybe? I'm not too sure, but like he's going to go on the ground. So, he's perfect for battlefield effects. So, I want to position Mr. Krabby Patty here in the appropriate way. So, see how his claws kind of fit into this thing right here? See that? Doo-doo-doo. So I want to like, his claws have already broken multiple times. So either way, God bless you. Either way, you're not going to see them. But yeah, that's unfortunately going to happen. So let me go ahead and start setting him up appropriately, so I know what it looks like. So, like, there's one, for example. I can look at the box, too, if I want to look at the box art. But I'm pretty sure the front claw goes right there. So, like this one. Doo-doo. I got a couple more.
Oh my god.
What, Maddie? A spider?
Yeah, look at it.
Hold on, folks. I gotta look at this spider, because Maddie doesn't like spiders.
Quick. Look underneath.
Oh, that's a big boy. Holy shit. You're not kidding. Wow. There's another one over there.
Oh my god, this is the worst day of my life.
Holy shit, look at that. Oh, here.
Oh my god, there's another one right there.
Where? Oh, look at them. Oh, they're so cool.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna cover that up so you don't have to see it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're pretty
my
big.
life just ended.
They're pretty big. Holy crap.
I'm never leaving this apartment.
Okay, I'm here. Yeah, those were big. You want to see, Ellie? Ooh, how do I show her?
No, don't.
Fuck.
It's awful.
I don't think I can.
No.
They're really big.
Die.
They're big. I don't know how I could show you.
It's like the size of 5 quarters put together.
No.
It's the size of...
Ellie wants to see it really bad. How do I show
It's
Ellie?
the size of a tarantula. Take a picture on my phone and then...
It doesn't work that
show
way.
it up to the screen.
Oh yeah, that's what I'll do. Hold on, I'm gonna take a picture of it. That's a great idea. That sucker is pretty fucking fat. That's a big old fat
Oh my
mama.
god. There's so many of them.
Holy shit. Look at the size of that sucker. Ooh, look at you. Ooh, it's a big boy. Making webs.
Travis, ask the maintenance people to get rid of them. Oh my god, there's another one over there.
Yeah. Holy crap. Alright.
We're surrounded.
Well, at least they're not on our deck. I cleaned those off. Alright, I got the pictures. Hopefully you can see these. That sucker's... It's big. Like, if that thing crawled on you, you would 100% feel that thing. It is a big old chunk. It is a big chunker. Oh.
Are you showing my other pictures?
I accidentally went too far in your Excel spreadsheet. That thing is nasty. Mima said, could you just gently put one on your hand and bring it to the camera? They don't bite. They're not stressed out, I don't think.
Absolutely not.
Maddie would fucking
If
murder
that thing is
me.
inside of here, I am outside of here.
Yeah. Whoo! Yeah, that's a big sucker.
If Travis brought one over to me, that's grounds for divorce.
Yeah, my wife hates spiders. I don't mind. That one's cool.
No, it's not.
It is really
Get it
cool.
away from me. I can't believe we're looking at that. I'm dying.
Oh, it's on your phone. You might want to delete those pictures.
Oh
I forgot. Delete them.
my god.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Ooh.
There's some nasty things, man. They're cool.
Thanks a lot.
That's funny. LED said, "Oh, I want it." I know, right? And there's some really cool spiders in the world, man. I've seen some really cool garden spiders before. My mom would show me them when I was a kid. She'd be like, "Don't be afraid of it. You know, it's just a spider. It's more afraid of you than you are of it," and that whole adage. So, okay. So, what the heck is this doing? What is this to? I think this is just a basing bit I got from something, but I don't see where the crab claw goes onto it. So, but this is basically how it sits on here, okay? So, and then another thing is that my table is slanted, so it's kind of hard to show, but it's like at a slight degree angle. I don't know what the exact degree of angle is, so he is slanted, so he's kind of sliding, but like, this is the plan minus the cork. So I'm going to put the cork on here. Y'all are going to see me do that in real time. So let me take him off, Mr. Krabby Patty. So I have all these little basing bits that I have. I have other things too that I could put on here, but that's just the basics for it. Let me put him away somewhere careful. Okay. Mima said, had Maddie played Skyrim before, she would absolutely hate the giant spiders in that game. That's funny. LED said, I have a pink-toed tarantula. Oh. There's so many different types of spiders. It's crazy. I do follow some people that handle spiders or like different types of insects or exotic animals, and it's kind of cool to see what people are breeding. Or I don't like one that was like a giant tarantula and it was blue and black. It was really cool looking. I wouldn't want it, but I can appreciate it from afar. Or if it's behind glass, I'm like, wow, that thing's pretty cool, but like I'm not gonna let it crawl on me. That ain't me. Sorry, I like reptiles. Reptiles are cool. I like snakes. I like lizards. I guess I'll handle like, turtles are okay, I guess. When they're babies, they're really cute. I love turtles. But yeah, spiders is kind of where I draw the line. Scorpions too. Like I could see them in a cage and I can appreciate them for what they are, but I'm not gonna handle them. I have no desire. But if you like them, that's fine. They're creatures too. They deserve love, man. Maddie does not agree with that, but I do. Okay, so let me get the cork. 1 minute. I gotta get it out of my craft bin here. So I have a very large craft bin in my corner. I keep all my extra crafty stuff in here. I can kind of put it in the camera view. I don't think you can see it though. Well, I can do this. Hold on. Oh, wrong direction. Do. So here's my little craft bin. So I have a couple things in here. My respirator, gas mask. Respirators in here. These are parts for when I do my spray painting, my airbrushing, stuff like that. The cork will be on the bottom. I know because I just put it in here. So I gotta get to the cork. Not too big of a deal. Right under here. There we go. Back down. And I just keep this box because I want to know like what filters to get and all that. So when I need like new filters, I know where to purchase them from, or like if they're like, hey, which mask is this? I can know, and if I like it, I could purchase it again, because when you have the actual mask itself, it might not have all the information. All right, get that out of the way. Next, boom, we have our cork. So I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was only $7, pretty cheap. And these are sheets of cork, and a lot of people use these for crafts. Obviously, if you want to make your own cork boards, you could put push pins in it. Like maybe you want a idea map or a brainstorming thing, or I don't know, you're investigating a murder and you want to tie the suspect to the different locations. I don't freaking know. I use this for basing, right? So if I want to do this, because I like using knives because it's fun. I only need one sheet, and I'll need some scissors. I could also use my hands and break it apart, but I don't want to do it the wrong way. I'm still pretty new to this, so you're watching it in real time here, folks. We're doing it live. And then for future reference, if you want to know the size of it, it's a 12-inch by 0.18 inch. So, yeah. There you go. Oh, there's like little stuff in here. Oh, that's kind of cool. They give me these if you want to like put stuff on the wall. These might come in handy.
What's it for?
For poster board.
Yeah, where did you get it?
It came with it.
Oh. Please keep it.
It's a good idea. It'll come in handy if you want to like stick stuff up. I don't know if it'll like adhere to the wallpaper, but maybe. Who knows? All right. And then there's multiple ways to do this, right? So I'm kind of chaotic over here. Things are kind of crazy, but you can like trace out however you want to do it. I mean, realistically, you want it to be like this, right? So if you want it to be perfect, but there are some people that like cut it or they break it apart in a way that it looks like kind of natural on there. So I'm just going to trace it out, and then let me think. How do I want to do this? Neo's on here, right? Neo, help me out here, man. What do you think I should do? Should I trace it? Or should I mean, I'm going to end up tracing it regardless. But like, well, wait. I want to keep it because I play the game. So I don't want to go too far beyond the lip or else that might mess with the measuring. So I know Neo does it differently because Neo does it for like, you know, his own artistic reasons. Maybe he doesn't field all of them on the gameplay. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trace it, put it on here and see how it looks, and I'll go from there. So give me 1 minute. Let me get a pencil. I also got Sharpies, which Sharpies might work too. I don't know. I'll try with the pencil first. I also got a Sharpie, so no big deal. And then Ellie was talking about spiders. LED says, I like the big tarantulas. Yeah. Mima said, yeah, I used to have one as a kid. We named her Belle. No way. Oh, that's cool. LED said, all my spiders' names are Lilith, Shelob, and the house spider is a small fry. Small fry, that's funny. And then Ellie said, I'm going to get one out low-key. That's fun. She said, okay, I got Shelob. Oh my gosh, I'm going to grab another monster, BRB. Okay, I got my white monster. My roommate's making hamburgers. Hell yeah, Ellie. Cheers. Oh, love it. All right. So I'm just going to trace around this base. I don't like wasting material. I got plenty of it, but let me make sure this is on like a flat surface because I can tell already I'm going to have problems. So hold on. Oh, crap. The answer, Mimez, is too many. She drinks way too many monsters in a day. I used to drink like 3 or 4 of them bad boys a day, and I've cut down significantly. I'm at 2 a day.
No, you haven't.
I have significantly cut down, so I'm at 2 a day. Okay, I'm going to use pencil first just to see what this looks like. I'm going to have to go over to color. It's just graphite, nothing crazy. So I wonder if they still make lead in pencils. Is that still a thing? They still use lead? Yeah. Graphite. Yeah, but like back in the day, it used to be called lead pencils because they used to literally use lead. And they found out it was like poisonous or toxic or whatever, and they're like, maybe we shouldn't let the kids suck on these all day. I don't know. So, all right, let's lift this up. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's going to be hard, I will admit. Chat, it's going to be hard for me to cut a circle on camera using scissors, so I'm going to use a knife. And I think I'm just going to literally fucking cut it like this. Because this is a cutting mat. So for those that don't know, underneath, not the silicone thing, this is a cutting mat. So let me just get a knife out and just cut this thing, dude. I don't even need to... Why did I even bother tracing it? Alright. 1 minute. Okay. So, we're doing cutting. Move this out of the way. Let me get a cutting tool. All right. So I got a box cutter. Mima said, don't you get lead poisoning from lead? Yes, you do. Fun fact, the ancient Romans used lead for pipe back in the day, so their drinking water and sewage water, all that went through lead pipes. Do you think that might have caused a problem in their population? England too, by the way. And then, if you ask me, Ellie, that is a lot of monsters. I would suggest slowing down. And I doubt you're going to listen to me. And you're an adult. You can make big girl choices, but... I mean, it's... Oh, well. Alright. When I'm going to make a cut... I could start anywhere, right? So... Fuck it. Wee ball. Okay. So I want to get the angle right, and I feel like it's kind of hard to do it. I could have even glued this on here, right, chat? I could have just glued this on here and then cut around it, but the problem is if I would have done that, I risk fucking it up, and then I have cork glued to it, and I'm like, crap, how do I fix that? So I have a couple sheets of this, so I'm just doing it. I'm just going for it. It doesn't have to be perfect, because the main thing I care about is the bottom of this base, so that way I can do the measuring when I'm gameplay and all that good stuff. Because I don't want to get called out for being a cheater, or like, that's not up to the proper rules, and like, people get dumb sometimes, or they're splitting hairs in a game rule, like a gameplay thing, and I believe in a fair game, so I'm not one who cheats, I'm not one who lies, I'm not one who steals. So I like to have integrity in my games, so unless if it's a game where you're allowed to do that, but that's not really 40k. Alright, so I'm going to lift this up. Looks like I got most of it. There's a couple parts I still got to cut out, and that's okay. I'll do that real quick. So let me get the main plastic base out of the way. I'm going to turn this to me. Let's see. Let me just make sure I separate. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Like, I'm not expecting a perfect circle. So, which also, I love that band, if you don't know that band. Okay. That should be enough. There it goes. Sheboygan. You just tap that out. So now we have a hole. Alright. And then here we have our base. Dun dun dun. It looks like, I mean, looks okay. A couple parts are going to break off. That's going to happen. So, what you want to use this for is, if you didn't know, this does a really good job of looking like natural ground, like asphalt. If you're in a city, you could also use this medium to have lava effects. So some people use cork. They like either Dremel into it, or, you know, they're able to make these cool effects where it looks like lava flowing with volcanic rock. You could do a lot with like rubble. So rubble's going to be my thing. and I have a desert theme for all of my Black Legionnaires. So the plan with this is like destroyed city. They've taken over a PDF planet. So they took over the planet, the PDF, the Planetary Defense Force. They took them out because they're on their 14th or 15th or 13th, whatever Black Crusade they want to be on. These Black Legionnaires are a part of that. So I like to have a story or at least a purpose behind it. So let me get that to the side. I'm going to go ahead and just clean this up real quick. Let me get a... I could use a vacuum, but you guys would hate me if I did that. I could mute this too, but you might not like that also. So, 1 minute. Oh, I know where it is. Duh. I have a... Ta-da! I don't know why I didn't think of this. So I try to keep my workplace clean. Obviously, it's easier said than done, right? When you're an artist, it's messy. Things are going to get all over the place, so... Do some like ASMR stuff with this, you know. Okay, so that's done. Let me get my base. Energy saver mode is on. I gotta plug in my computer or else this thing will die. Hold on. Jeez Louise. Here I come. Alright. Forgot to plug in my laptop. Oops, that would have been bad. There we go. Alright, we're charging. We're good. Okay, let me just kind of tilt the camera back to the workspace a little bit. And then let me check the chat. We got 3 people in here. Mima says, don't know enough about monster drinks to say if it could cause health problems. It'll just cause heart problems. Your blood pressure will go up too. So if you didn't know that. But what's inside of it is not bad. So like the individual ingredients, I've had it checked out by multiple people who know a lot about nutrition, and they're like, yeah, it's not really that bad for you. It's just the caffeine is a little high. And again, Monster's not even the strongest. Like, there's way higher fucking caffeine drinks you could drink compared to a Monster. So if you have 1 a day, that's okay. I have 2 a day with like 1 cup of coffee, and that's about it. So, and then I drink like little pops and stuff, but those don't have much caffeine. Did I drink these already? Oh my god, I drank these already. I go through these things real quick. So, this one was delicious too. The green guillotine. Alright, Ellie, you're good. Yeah, LED said I'm going to go get some water in Arizona because my head hurts. Yes, you need water, Ellie. You can actually die without water. I don't know if you knew that. But the amount of people walking around that are not hydrated properly, you would be shocked. I think it's like 1 in 8 Americans is actually hydrated properly. Like, most people are unhydrated. Dehydrated, I guess you should say, would be a better word. All right, and then to glue this on here, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not a huge stiffler on how this base is gonna look, so I don't really care. I'm gonna paint it up anyway, and like, this is gonna look really good when it's done. So I'm happy enough with this to proceed. So let me get my glue. You can use super glue. I do have basing glue as well. This is very strong. And it's water-based glue. You could apply it with an old brush or clean tap water. So this is an idea. I've used this and it's pretty strong, especially when it comes to like little things or like the little, it dries clear. So like my little bushes that are on something. Let me show you some of my other minis I have. Here we go. I'm very, very proud of my Chaos Lord. So, as you can see on his base, these little bush things, you can use basing glue for that, and those stay on there very well. So, yeah, I love my Chaos Lord. He's probably one of my favorite minis in my entire army. He is just aura farming 24/7. So,
what did you just say?
I said he's aura farming. You don't get it. Wifey doesn't get it, chat. Wifey's a boomer, chat. I don't know what to tell you. I also got super glue.
God, help me.
So I got the super glue gel, which is okay. I'll probably just use this for the basing. Mainly, you just want to make sure that this sticks to that. So... Mima said, what faction do you run? I am Chaos Space Marines. That's what I play, my friend. So, LED said, where's Ren? I don't know, Ellie. I don't know. I posted in the Discord for people to show up if they wanted to. I gave them the link, and it's up to them if they want to join or not, right? So... You can lead a horse to water, but if they don't want to come, then there's nothing you can do about it. I don't like this gel. I'll be honest, chat, I don't like it. So maybe I will go with the basing glue. Here's the thing. LED said water tastes weird. You sound like Maddie. Maddie, it took her... She still doesn't drink water, man. What you got to do, Ellie, is just get some water and then get some Crystal Light packets, pour it in the water, and just drink that. So... LED said, I miss him low-key. Aw, she misses Ren. That's nice. Renable's messing out. He's not on the... he's not in here. I don't know what he's doing. I'm going to get a... some sort of like a brush or a putty knife or something to put... Not a putty knife, but some sort of an applicator to put the base on here. Here's what I'm worried about, chat. I'll tell you what I'm worried about. I'm a freak like this. Not like that, but... So, these get glued together, right? Let's say it starts to break and it starts to separate. It separates from the base. So, if I peel it off, it's going to be stuck to here. So, I'll have to get a new base completely. I don't know. I wish Neo was here. But I trust the process at the same time. I could get a hot glue gun and hot glue it on here too. That would probably also work. So, I'm just worried that if I glue it down, it doesn't stay glued down. That's what freaks me out. That's why I'm not willing to like fully commit, because I've never done this with the cork. But people do it with cork all the time, and a lot of minis have stayed on here. So I just want to do it the right way. Let me go on Google, and I'm going to Google this and see if it's okay for me to do it. So my computer's right over here. I'm just going to Google it real quick. I want to make sure that I can do this, because I don't want to screw it up And it's always better to double check it before you do it rather than commit and you're like, oh crap. So, will painter basing glue work well for cork on miniature bases? So I want to search if this is a good glue to use. Army Painter Battlefield basing glue will work for cork, but it is slow and relatively weak compared to super glue. Ah, okay. And then it says because it is a standard so this is PVA glue, which I didn't know that. It takes longer to dry and can soak into porous cork instead of holding a firm, immediate bond. Okay. Good thing I checked that. So this is not optimal then. I would have done that, by the way. All right, I'm glad I didn't do that. So, and then Ellie's in here saying, while I was telling him good night a couple nights ago, he made me blush so hard, gang. Aw. He's being nice to Ellie. Ooh. That's good. That's good. You deserve that, Ellie. You deserve to be treated right. Right, Maddie?
Right.
That's right. So... Okay, here's another thing I just learned. So this is kind of cool. So I can glue it to this with super glue. It will hold firm. But they also recommend before you paint it, because it's so porous, they actually recommend putting this over the top of it and then painting it. Because this will put a good, what was the word for it? A seal. So it actually seals the cork. That way you can paint over it better rather than like spraying and it soaks in and it might become exposed a little bit. So that's how we're going to do that. And that's awesome. Speaking of Ren, he just popped into the chat. Hey, what's up, Ren? Good to see you, man. Yeah, everyone was asking about where you were at, man. What's up? What's up? Yeah, speak of the devil. That's funny. That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, who you? That's right, man. You. We're doing good, bro. We're doing good. Another Warhammer Wednesday, and I am working on basing. So I'm glad I researched that, chat. I am. That's why I do that, and that's why you should always do it too. If you don't know what you're doing and you're not sure, always double check. Okay, that's how mistakes are made, and like, it's okay to make mistakes. I'm not saying that's wrong, but like, if you can prevent them by like studying a little bit and save your ass like 3 hours of heartache, then yeah, it's probably worth it. So super glue gel said it will work very well. I do have to get a brush though, because I want to brush it on evenly. So let me see if I can find that. I will be right back. I'm gonna see if I can find that somewhere. I don't know where that would be. Oh, let me go to my be right back screen. I have one. Okay, I'm back. You should be able to hear me and you should be able to see me. So, what I got was this applicator brush. I believe I got this from Hobby Lobby, so it's a 1-inch silicone or what is this? Not too sure, but either way, it's used for application. I purchased this because I knew that I would need this for something, and that's what I'm going to use it for. It's got the hiccups. Excuse me. How the hell does this thing work? How do you... Does this thing push through, or... Figure this out. Maybe I'm just supposed to... Sometimes you can reuse these, right? Let's see here. Oh, I can see something going on here. Something going on the inside. So it looks like you can use this over and over again, but I want to figure out how without breaking it. So if I can use it... Well... Oh, there's sound now? Okay. Oh, that's weird. Can you hear me okay? Welcome back, Ellie. Oh, Ren's selling his car. And then I made an offer on Carvana. Oh, you're selling it on Carvana. Interesting. I know there's a big one in Arizona. They got big everything in Arizona. What am I talking about? Arizona's got freaking everything, man. Sorry for the taps, chat. It's the only way to get this crap out, so bear with me. It's a lot of glue. Trying to get it all out. I'm going to spread it with the silicone thing I got here. And then I'm going to let it frickin' sit. And let it... Ooh, my eyes are burning. This stuff is strong. Sorry, honey. Ooh, that is strong. Holy crap. My eyes is burning. Make sure I get it to the edges. Again, art is not pretty, folks.
It's also annoying as fuck.
Everything annoys you, honey.
That's not true.
When I'm doing it.
Maybe.
Yep, there you go. It's alright. I still love her. Okay. 3, 2, und 1. Go. And now I'm going to take this. Now I'm just going to do this. So I get some pressure there. Make sure the base is on there really good. Oh yeah, that ain't going anywhere, chat. I promise you. I can feel the bond already. It is strong. What car are you selling there, Ren? What do you got, man? What are you looking to get? Or are you looking to get rid of your car altogether? So, getting a motorcycle, maybe? That'd be cool. LED said, I'm going to go jump in my pool. Okay, go jump in your pool, Ellie. And then Ren said there are only ones willing to buy a car at 300,000 miles. Really? Wow. So it's got to be a pretty decent car if it's still running. Is it like a Honda or is it a Toyota? What kind of a car is it? 300,000 is a lot, man. 2017 Camry SE. Yeah, dude. Wow, that's awesome. Well, go charge your phone, Ellie. Oh, yeah, I understand, Ren. Yeah, it's kind of hard to fix those because, like, there is a point where your car becomes, like, diminishing returns. Because it's like, once you get to 300,000 miles, I mean, we're talking, like, new transmission, a new engine, maybe not. But, like, you need some serious parts. And that's when you get to the point of, like, diminishing returns to where you're putting so much money into maintenance that it's not worth to keep it, man. And that's why I buy new, or I buy newly used, so like light miles, because I want as much out of that as I possibly can. So if I can get a vehicle with like less miles, even if I pay a little bit more, to me it's worth it because maintenance is such a pain. It's such a pain. If you could be like, hey, did you guys do the discs on that? Did you do the tires on that? Like, make sure everything's done before you buy it, right? Let me use this to clean the silicone here, because I want to reuse this brush over and over and over again. And if you ever want to get super glue off something really quick, just use an alcohol wipe. So I might need another one because I want to reuse this again, or else it gets really stiff and you can never use it again. So okay. I mean, this is like the physical manifestation of ADHD, lol. Yeah, Ellie, yeah, I don't know if she's diagnosed or not, but she's just, she's just a little bit of here, a little bit of there, a little, I'm ADHD too, so I can't talk too much shit. So I got it also. And then, oh, Ren said, well, it needs to be a car because of the rideshare work. Yeah, so you need a better car for your job. I understand, man. Toyota is a very good company to go with. Hyundai as well. They offer pretty good warranties. I think it's like 200,000 miles or something like that. Like that's pretty good. It's pretty good if you ask me. So, yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this and put this away. So, an extra tool you might not ever think you'll need, but hey, it just came in handy for me. So, there you go. Grab me some water. Ellie's drinking water. I'm drinking water too. Sounds good. Oh my god, Ellie just asked Ren if he's crushing on her. OMG. And then LED said, I'll be right back. And Ren said, otherwise, gonna have to explain the I love you messages. Oh boy, that you sent me. Oh, Ellie. Oh my gosh, he said it on live. Oh my gosh. This is some tea, Maddie. Get some tea going. Aw. Ellie. Oh my, I'm just gonna act like I didn't read any of that. I'm gonna go over here. Oh man, these goldfish look so good right now. I don't even care. I'm gonna eat them. I'm eating goldfish, chat. I don't even care. I'm so hungry. Well, I let this dry. I don't know how long this will take, so let me look at the bottle. So shake the product, turn it upside down, and tap on a hard surface. It literally says to do that. That's so funny. To get the gel into the bottle nozzle, protect the work area from spills, apply a small amount to one side of the project, yada yada yada. Press the surfaces together for about 10 to 45 seconds. Store in a cool, dry place. Store away from children and animals. Okay. That's like the actual bottle here, but... So this, I'm going to let this do its thing overnight, so I'm going to allow the bond to really adhere to this. So... that's pretty cool. I'm really glad I was able to get this done tonight. So, as promised, per the live thing, I wanted to get the base done. Look at that, I got it done. Or at least the start of it, right? So, I'm now at 91% done, for example, right? So, this is a big part of it. But everything else after this becomes a lot more complicated because then we start adding in texture and we start adding in, you know, battlefield effects, right? And like how I want this to look is where you get to have a lot of fun. And I'm really excited for that because doing bases is actually, I really enjoy doing bases. I don't know what it is. Even over painting my mini, like painting the Defiler, man, it was so much work. It was so much work. I don't know, man. It was a grind to the point where I'm almost looking at this thing like, God, I hate you. Like, I look at the Defiler and I'm just like, oh, I don't even want to do this right now. Like, I hate you. It brings out this feeling of, like, it just stares at me and it's like, Father, are you going to complete me or not? And I'm like, yes, son, I will. But maybe it's not like a hate, but it's more like a obligation, right? So let's see what else we got going on. Oh, Ren said other way around, Travis. Ellie, search your feelings, is what the Jedi would say. Oh my gosh. Ren said the Sith would say embrace and the stuff about chain. Hecky, I crave death. Man, low-key, I'm gonna go sit in a corner and cry now. Ellie! Ren and Ellie are kind of chatting it up a little bit, you know. Nothing crazy. Ellie said I'm gonna die. Oh, is she embarrassed? Let's talk about something else, maybe?
No. We need to know.
Box art does look a little bit different. Now that I look at the box art on the base, not all of the pieces are showing. Like, you can see this one in the corner. So that one's over there. Sorry about the glare. This one is right here. There's nothing there. This is the same. This is basically what I did, the exact same thing, essentially. same pose because I think it looks awesome. So the base looks a little bit different, but GW does what it does, right? So let me open it up and look at the manual. I don't know if it's in here. No, it's not in this one. I have it over here. Let me get the manual. Shiver me timbers, I sound like Mickey Mouse. Woo! Mickey Mouse. Oh my god, I'm gonna go in the basement now. Ellie's embarrassed. She's like, I want to crawl into a hole and freaking die. Don't talk to me. Let me go to the base section here. Is it right away? Let me see. No, I think it's towards the back. So I was right. The blue claw, right there, it does attach to this small piece. So I was correct there. That is correct. Okay. It looks like if he's in that pose, there's only 3 things that he attaches to, which is pretty good for me. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I was correct. That's why I was like, let me double check this. There's only 3 things that keep the defiler stable on the base. If you attach these claws and hooks into these little extra biddly bobs, these things. So that's what we're going to do, chat. That's what we're going to do. Cool. I knew that. I was just, again, always double check before you do it, or else you might be like, crap, and you'll have to end up breaking it off or something, or you're just stuck with it being lopsided and it doesn't look right. Always consult your manual. Always dry fit it. Make sure it fits. Bless you. Make sure it fits right, yada, 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 before you do it. So, always, always, always. For every mini. I don't care if it's the smallest mini up to the biggest mini. Always dry fit it, man. Always. And if anything, consult the manual. Or Google it. You'll figure it out, right? And then Mimem says, if this is how hard it is to make one of these guys, I'm a bit worried for when I get to Catan shards. Oh, boy. Yeah, you want to talk about a lot of work? Yeah, the bigger the mini, it is a lot more monumental of a task. 100%, man. I start looking at Space Marines, and I'm like, oh, they're not that bad. When you start looking at, like, regular Astartes warriors, and you're like, yeah, I could paint that, or you look at regular humans, you have a newfound appreciation for the smaller things, so... So, this is still gluing. This base that I have it on, I'm not going to do anything crazy to it yet. But what I can do, just for you, is I can show what it might look like, right? So let's say his front claw's right there. This is his back right foot. And then this is the back left foot, okay? And then I have a couple extra pieces that I want to use. So, a dead Space Marine. I got this rock thingy. I don't know what this is from, but I want to use it because it looks cool. I have a dead PDF soldier. Let me see what else I got. I know I have other bits too. So, like, bit boxes are always good to have. I have a bunch of skulls. I have these, so these kind of look like, like metal sheeting, but it's been like shot at. You can scatter these throughout. They look awesome on a battlefield for your battle effects. So like these little shards. I pre-did a lot of these, so it already has that like weathered, rusted look on it. So I love these, and these could be scattered around if I really wanted to. I got skulls on skulls. I got skulls with spikes. Lots of spikes. Holy crap, so many spikes. Here's another skull with spikes, for example. So I'm probably going to use this for a different mini, but I have that as an option later on. So But I want to like kind of like if I'm gonna put it somewhere, I'm like, where would it make sense, right? Like, so did this guard, this PDF guardsman, did he die while he was like under this wall shooting flames at something, or did he die out in the open, right? So things like that you could do, or like this space marine is trampled under all of this. How did he die? Right? So you want to think about things like that. Like, will you be able to see him under the mini? Probably not. So you're going to want to put him towards the edge of the mini, right? Or maybe like on the back over here. Hell, I could even do something like this where I flip him and then it looks really cool. So that's another thing that you could do when you're messing with battlefield effects. Yeah, you're good, Ellie. Go ahead, get some food. Yeah, Ren said the base is fun to build. 100%, dude. Agreed. Okay, Ellie, you're fine. And then Ren said the bigger the model, the easier it is to build. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but there's a lot of detail in those big units because you can see them better. So when you hold it up, it's like zooming in on something a little bit. But if it's like a small little guy, you can kind of get away with, there's still detail there. I'm not saying that there's no detail. Absolutely there's detail, but you're able to kind of, cover it in something and you wouldn't really see it as well, or it wouldn't show. So when you have big models, attention to detail is very important, especially when it's a large model like this, and there's a lot of eyes that are going to be on it because it's a showpiece model. This is something you put in the front of your army or in the middle of your army in like a picture. Let's say you're taking a panoramic picture or like a little diorama picture. I'm probably going to put this guy somewhere where you can see him pretty good. You could put him in the background, but like, why do that when you could show him off, right? Or when I take videos of this and I post it on here for my for my shorts, I want it to look freaking good. And when I take pictures of it for my portfolio, I want it to look good too, chat. So, excuse me. Let me charge my phone too, because my phone's getting low on battery. Nothing lasts forever, folks. Hopefully it stays up. Because again, my my holder that I had, my magnetic holder broke, so I still got to figure out what to do about that. Okay, let me just finish my goldfish. All right. So that's just some ideas of how you can do this, how you can do basing, like actually putting it on here. Like I'm going to do that. Probably, I'm not going to glue anything down until I've tried like 5 different orientations. Where I'm like, I want this piece over here. You know, actually, I don't want this piece at all. I want rocks there. Or actually, you know what? In the middle, I want a street. I want like a road in the middle. You see what I'm saying? So like, before I commit to it completely, especially when it comes to the base, I just put it on here, and I literally just rotate it, or I have a rotating base too, and I just look at it, and I just stare at it for a very long time, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to kind of move it back, just to see what that looks like. And then you'll be like, wow, actually, I really like that. Or, you know what, maybe I should flip them over here. You kind of get the idea, right? I don't want to beat a dead horse. But, it's going to be a while until I figure out exactly how I want this to look. But I started it. And you guys saw how I started it. You saw how I got the cork. You saw how I cut it out. You saw how I glued it on here. You see what I'm working with. So you can see kind of like how it's coming together to where I can get the defiler at 100%. And I'm really glad that all of you are here for the journey. So I really appreciate everything that you all bring to this to to this journey that I'm having too. So it's been a really fun project. It really has been. It's been a grind, don't get me wrong, but it has been a lot of fun. So I'm gonna take this off, move this to the side. This needs to dry still, so this needs a lot of time to dry. I'm not gonna do anything crazy on here until it is completely solidified. So I'm gonna give it overnight. I'm not touching this thing for like till tomorrow. I'll pick it up, look at it. I'll check all the bonding, make sure it's good, everything like that. So, but I'm glad that you guys were able to see that and just kind of see in real time how that process kind of works or how I did it. I wouldn't say I totally winged it because I did do some research into this and I did like take certain precautions or steps to make sure I did a better job. So I'm not throwing caution to the wind here, and I don't think you should either. So I'm going to put this to the side while that dries. And then let's go back to chat. Okay, LED said I'm going to go walk to this pizza place across my apartment, and y'all are going to come with me low-key.
Liquid IV got back to me.
No way.
They said no.
They said no?
But they gave me 20% off.
Oh, that's legit. What did they say?
They're taking a pause on product gifting at this time, but here's a 20% off code.
Oh, that's cool.
I said thank you for responding for the discount code and for considering.
Wow. Great job, Liquid Death.
Liquid IV.
Oh, Liquid IV. I thought you said Liquid Death.
I should go Liquid Death.
Go Liquid Death too. Why not? Ask them.
Their acai berry flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's blue.
Exactly. Oh, then Ren said, I use super glue gel for cork. That's what I just used. Yep, thank you. Yep. Yes. And then it binds quickly, and then he said you could also use a hot glue gun. Okay, that would have been helpful, yeah. I was considering that, Ren. I was in that where, like, what glue should I use? So I looked up this one. This would not work good for cork because cork is too porous, and this is water-based. So it would soak into the cork and it wouldn't glue appropriately, but they did say you can use this glue to seal it before you paint it. So if you like where your base is at with the cork, you can put this over on top of it with like a brush or whatever, and it'll seal it really good. You have to leave it overnight. Probably do 1 or 2 coats and let it seal, and then you can start painting over it, and that's pretty cool. So I really like this for that. So I'm just going to put this to the side. But yeah, I looked it up on Google and it said super glue gel is preferred, but you can use, like you were saying, the hot glue gun would have been cool too, because I wasn't sure. I was like, I have a hot glue gun, I could easily use that. And then Ellie's roommate is on. So what's up, Ellie's roommate? Oh, Ellie said I'm going to spill all of the Ellie's secrets now. Oh no. And then Ren said, or Ellie pretending to be her roommate to try to attempt to get information out of us by asking random questions. Well, I think there's some tells with Ellie where we can tell it's her or not. So we could play this game, but I am curious. She said she's always like really sad and stuff. She's always sad? Well, that's not good. Poor thing. Life's been hard on her, huh? I mean, her foot and everything, like that is a damper. Big time. Yeah. She needs more hugs. Yeah, I think she needs some attention, that's all. I think everybody needs some attention. I understand that. Usually I'm like, I'll be okay, you know, I can get myself out of a rut, but sometimes it takes time, right? So now I'm just kind of playing with these pieces here to see how it would look. So the cork is over there drying right now, but I already know what it looks like. You guys saw it, right? So, and then you want to get the defiler and put it on top and see what does that look like. So let me get the defiler. Da, 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 da. So let's imagine that the defiler's on here, and he has a pretty, like, underneath him, there's all these, like, cords and tubes and stuff. So, and his belly's really big, too. He's got a big old belly. So I don't want anything directly underneath him, because you probably won't see it, or he'll crush it with his tub. So what we're going to do is let me move some stuff around here. So this is like this. This is like that. And then this back one is here. So put the back one on. There we go. So it looks like that. There's a lot of space under this guy, actually, now that I think about it. I'm going to look at it from the side here. I'm looking underneath to see what I could do with him. I mean, there's so much room on this guy. So as you can see, I'm kind of placing pieces around him. So I've also seen one that I really want where they have a Space Marine with a knife, and it's in the claw of the defiler, and it looks so good, like he's trying to fight his way out of it, and I really like that. Oh. And then Ellie's roommate said she's upstairs crying right now. And then I think I know why she's crying. I think it has to do with Ren. Ren said something, or... Ellie's friend Ashley. Nice to meet you, Ashley. Okay. Well, Ellie's a good friend of the channel, so... We don't want to make her cry here. I don't want to make her cry. I don't want to make anyone cry on here. No. So that's not the goal of this channel at all. But she hangs out with us, and she's been a follower of mine since almost, shoot, when I just first started streaming. I'm just saying, Ren, when you came on, things started changing, bro. I don't know. I'm not saying it's directly your fault, but like maybe you brought something out in her to make her sad. And then Ashley said she has a very unhealthy addiction with Spencer's and Hot Topic. Oh. Yeah, she's a cosplayer. We know that. Yeah. Yeah, we've been wanting to see her cosplay stuff, but she doesn't post it, like, ever, is what Ren said. Yeah. Does she do it still? Ashley, is she still into cosplay, or because, like, that's something she should be proud of, you know? And everyone's got to have a hobby. That's why this channel exists. So I have this because I got issues too, man. I'm not perfect, so I'll be the first one to admit it. So this helps me having an outlet, right? So I'm glad that she has an outlet, and hopefully she's doing it. Okay. Ashley said she's very scared of people judging her, and yeah, I see. Okay. Well, we do not judge here. We only judge if you want us to. If you're like, hey, what do you think about this? Tell me. Don't be nice. Or like, yeah, tell me, or what should I do different? Like, but we're very nice here. I've never had... Honestly, Ellie talks the most shit out of anybody, so... I'm sure you know how she is, Ashley. She's she's very funny. She talks a lot of shit, so poor thing. Oh yeah. Okay, so she's still doing it. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. She's still doing her cosplay. Okay. If she stops doing that, that's when you know that there's... Like, if she isn't into something else, that's a bad sign. That's when you know you have depression, is when you're not doing the stuff you used to do. So, I've had many days where I don't even. I mean, I like painting, and this brings me centered more than like other things where I'm like, I don't want to work out at the gym. I don't want to leave today. So I understand what that depression is like, and it, you know, puts a damper on fucking everything. But at least with painting, I can kind of like turn on some tunes and just lock myself in and just do this, you know? And it makes me feel good. I feel like I'm accomplishing something. I'm not just. Sometimes I feel like I'm wasting my time, but at least at the end of the day, I know I made something. I'm doing something with my hands. And that's important to do. Like, you could do gaming and, like, that's a hobby, but I think doing something with your hands is just. It brings out something so much different in the human brain with the connection of, like, you know, tactile type works and endeavors are really good for you. So, or if you work, of course, if you're in the job field. Um, Dang, poor Ellie. And then Ren said I stopped caring about what people think of me a long, long, long time ago. Interesting. And then Ellie said never heard about that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, poor Ellie. Well, thanks for being a good friend, Ashley. We appreciate it. So, Ellie's a friend here. And then Ren said there are only a few that I care what they think of me. Yeah, I mean, there are some people who say, like, I don't care about anything, I don't care about anybody. To me, I care a little bit about what most people. I care about what people think of me. I absolutely do. Um, I'd be a liar if I said I didn't. But I don't make it my whole personality. I'm not. I try not to be too much of a people pleaser. I'm authentic in myself at that. If I want to be around people or hang around with people, and if I want to step outside my comfort zone and get to know them more, then I will. So I'm authentic in that way. I'm, unless if you're like, hey, you have to be really nice to this person because uh they're a real estate agent and they're gonna give you a really good deal over someone else. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll wine and dine them. You know what I mean? But like for the most part, I'm not a massive people pleaser. I believe in courtesy. I believe in respect, mutual respect, of course. Um, and I hold as many of my judgments or any type of stigma as I possibly can against that person until I get to know them. I try my best. But if they're acting a certain way or I've seen it before and I have experience, I'm probably like, yeah, I know exactly who that person is. I'm going to stay away from them. But most people, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Most people. And then there's many people where I'm like, I don't even want to give you time, just get away from me. So, and that's average on a daily. But yeah. Here, I don't judge, man, because who am I to judge? I'm just a guy on YouTube. So I'm just a YouTuber on YouTube. So I'm not even a big YouTuber. So and I'm just a guy. That's all I am. No one special. Um, I'm just here. So I don't judge. Judge lest you be judged, right? So and then let's see. LED said that took longer than I expected. Y'all are gonna come with me to get pizza. Yeah, let's go, Ellie. Remember last time, guys, we had to act like we were talking to her because she was on the phone with some sketchy guy following her. Ashley, if you could go with Ellie, that would be a good idea too. That would be nice. So, and then Ashley said, I'm very confused about what y'all are talking about, but hell yeah. It's funny. And then Ren said, Ellie, do you have a text message system? Pizza sounds good. Hungry. LED said, ooh, what's your favorite kind? And he said, ham, chicken, pineapple, and black olives. What? That's a crazy combo, my man. Interesting. And he said, what's yours? Ah, she said pepperoni and green peppers and mushroom. Nice. Yeah, I like a supreme personally, but I will have a Hawaiian pizza as well, and I love black olives personally. So Maddie does not, but I like mushrooms too. So call me weird. You could throw just about anything on pizza, I'd probably eat it. But if it's like plain cheese, I'm like, eh. Plain cheese to me is kind of lame. LED said crafty, it's me. Okay, all right, sounds good, Ellie. Sounds good. Was that you the whole time? Were you screenplaying? Are you an actress, or was it legitimately your roommate? I wonder. All right, so I got that going. She said no, that was for a Sewed song. Oh my gosh. Ellie, you're funny. And then she said my favorite is just pepperoni. I love pepperoni too. Maddie loves pepperoni. Like she'll eat pepperoni.
Now I want pizza.
Yeah, now Maddie wants pizza. Maybe tomorrow will be a pizza night, Maddie. So, Magerby. Yeah, cheese sucks. Like just cheese by itself. When I was a kid, I used to like cheese only. You know, I didn't even like pepperonis.
That's crazy.
I know, that's crazy. Or it would be cheese and sausage. I like sausage a lot. That was like Domino's cheese and sausage was like holy shit. That was like you got Domino's. Like to me, Domino's was like the best pizza ever as a kid. And then Pizza Hut was like we didn't. Pizza Hut is like that to me is like luxury. I was like we never went to Pizza Hut ever. My mom never took me. We were depraved as children, and I can tell you, we did not get a lot of sweets. My mom would make pizzas, but they would be like the Tombstone frozen pizzas a lot.
Jack's 10 for 10.
Yeah, Jack's 10 for 10, like cardboard pizza with cheese on it. We ate that a lot. So oh, Ellie said, "Oh, that was my roommate. I was getting dressed." Okay, gotcha. Getting dressed to go outside. What's the temperature like up there? Is it raining or what's it like in New York, Ellie? I'm curious. Here it's nice. It's cool. It was like 70 something today, like mid 70s. Perfect. It's not been scorching hot and humid. It's been like regular summer. Finally, like almost going into fall. But it's been like 90s and 80s every day this summer. It's been miserable. You can't even go outside to enjoy it, man. Okay.
I can't get this open.
What is it? Oh, the nibs? Yeah. I see how they did it. It's like on a hinge system. What the hell? There it goes. From the top. Okay.
Thank you.
Had to help her open something, no problem. Just finesse.
That husband's job.
Yeah. Mic check, mic check. How's that? Is that too loud? Ren said it's been 107 to 115 degrees in Arizona. That is
Hell yeah.
insane. Holy crap, dude. That's way too hot. For me, that is like a big no-go. I don't like being out in the sun personally, like for too long. I freaking fry. I've had to be out in the sun multiple times in my life, but I like to be where it's cool and yeah. But I can stand the heat for a little bit, and then I get overheated, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I don't want to be out here anymore. Alright, so I'm going to move this guy to the side. Actually, I'm going to move him... Do you have class tomorrow, Maddie?
Do I have class tomorrow?
Okay, you have class tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. And you have class on Friday, too.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh, fuck me.
Yep.
Up the butthole.
She had class off for a couple days, and then they're like, hey, by the way, those days that you had off, you're going to have to make them up. So, surprise! And you still have a quiz next week. So we're going to cram everything into one. Yeah, that sucks. Why is one of these cameras not working? Oh, it is working. It's just delayed. My bad. Is that better with the volume there, or is it too loud? Tell me if it's too loud, Ren. I have it on my Yeti right now, so. And I have the gain up pretty high, so let me know if it's too much, man. Ren said, do you want my number? So he's offering his number to you, Ellie. Here's the thing, Ren. Sometimes girls don't want your number. You got to get their number, right? So you could give them your number all day. Doesn't mean they're going to call you or text you. You have to be the one to reach out. So you got to get her number. Just saying. It's very rare. I know what it was like to be a young man. I'm not saying you're a young man, but I'm just saying I remember dating and giving out my number to chicks. Yes, I remember giving out my number to chicks, and some would never call.
You remember dating?
Yes, I remember dating.
Excuse me?
Ay. But, yeah. You gotta get theirs. If you don't have theirs, they're probably not gonna talk to you. You are funny.
Are they so funny?
You're very funny. But don't give your number out on here. So,
Give
cause
my number out to everyone?
no, not on a live. No. But if you guys are talking on Discord or whatever y'all are, because you said you've been talking to her for months, so that's news to me. Ren is the ladies' man over here, man. Good for you, Ren. Good for you, dude. Honestly, good for you, man. I think Ren is a proper gentleman, and there's not many proper gentlemen left in this world, so. Okay. What the heck is this? Oh, it's part of a Krieg. That's all Krieg stuff. When I'm doing my basing, I like lots of skulls. Skulls. Death, and destruction. So let me get everything that I think I need for my base. And everything that's for what I'm going to be using for my defiler. So, Space Marine Skull, that's going with. And then the rest of these are going to go in just a random bin. Here. And then all this is going to go into a Ziploc bag. And then come tomorrow, I'm going to be working on the base with the cork. So, getting all these put on, well, not glued on there, but just kind of thinking about how I want to do it. Okay, Ellie, go do your thing, girl.
I'm swimming after class tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good, Maddie. Ellie said, Yeah, she needs to get to know you better, and that's fine, dude. That's normal. Even if it has been months. She's taking it real slow, Ren. I get it. I understand, Ellie. Ellie said, I'm going outside to do something. You can do whatever you want. I'll probably be calling this pretty soon, actually. So, what time is it now? Let me see. It is 10:32. Yeah, maybe I'll be calling it here. And I'm just going to kind of work on getting these little pieces. Okay, so Ashley's back now. And Ashley said hello. Hi, Ashley. She said, she's like, I can't tell if she's having a panic attack or just crying. Ooh. Well, you're her roommate. What does she usually exhibit? You know, if a panic attack is like serious, I've had panic attacks multiple times. I have PTSD. So I know exactly what a fucking panic attack is. Yeah, just let her be for a minute. Grounding techniques is what you want to utilize, and that's kind of bringing her back to reality. What I would do is I would just go on my phone, or I would sit for like 15, sometimes even 30 minutes, and you just got to ride it out. So what I was told, when you're having a panic attack, which I've had multiple, so there's like a wave, right? So it's like things come, very strong emotions. Like I've had it to where I can't even move. I'm locked into place, like my muscles can't move, I can't talk, I can barely breathe, and I can't, like, everything around me is very loud, and like I can hear things very well to where it would be very loud for most people. So you get very hypersensitive to your surroundings. So you need to go somewhere where it's quiet. There's no stimulation or low stimulation, not in the middle of a fucking room, right? You got to go somewhere where there's a corner. You sit down and you just got to ride the wave, is what my therapist would tell me. And that's just whatever the emotion is, you just got to wait it out as long as you can. If it's 10 minutes until you feel good, it's 10 minutes. If it's 15 minutes and then you feel good, then it's 15 minutes. So that's what I recommend. It's really hard to stop a panic attack, but just recognize that it is. Give her space. Let her ride it out. If she wants to be left alone, she can be left alone. Else, you can be with her. That's okay too. Like Maddie would just sit next to me or just stand there and wait. And I would have people check up on me. They're like, hey, are you okay? And I literally couldn't even respond. So I've had those multiple times in public. And it is kind of embarrassing, but you know what? Oh well. That's, for me, that's a part of my life, man. And it took me a long time to even want to leave my house. I was agoraphobic. I don't have agoraphobia, by the way, but I was very agoraphobic due to my PTSD, and that means you don't want to leave your house, right? You're scared of leaving, because I was afraid someone was going to try to take me out, or I was afraid that if I drove, I would get hurt, or Maddie would get hurt. So I'm like, you know what? We're safe here. I don't want to go anywhere. Let's just not leave. Really? Oh my gosh. And then Ashley said, so I'm just going to let her be. Yeah, just let her be. And then she said she's shaking and she broke her 3-week streak without vaping. Ooh, she's having a hard time. That's not good. Well, 3-week streak is really good. So don't tell her, Ashley, tell her that even if she did smoke, it doesn't mean she should give up. Sometimes it takes multiple times to quit vaping or smoking. So it actually takes, on average, up to 10 times before someone can actually quit. So 10 different times. I've researched this, and I know about addiction pretty darn well. I suffer from it too. But it takes about 10 times of quitting and then relapsing, quitting, and then relapsing until you finally can put it down. If you really want to, right? So it's hard. It's hard to do, and I understand that. Because I've had to deal with it. Yeah, vaping is not good, Ren. That's correct. Yeah, vaping is not... All the kids do it, and I don't think they know what the heck they're putting into their lungs, because they really don't. It's all this store-bought stuff that isn't regulated. There's so many things that have come out in gas stations, and then later on they're found out to be like really bad for you. So there's many examples of that happening, because gas stations have this weird, I don't know how they do it. They just create something, or they get this stuff and all these people come in and buy it up. They're like low-key dealers, man. It's kind of crazy to think about. So are you about to practice on yourself?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a tape off.
Oh, okay. Residue. I was like, are you about to stick yourself? Like...
No, I'd stick you before you stick me.
Oh, okay.
I'm not crazy.
Well, that's good. So I'm just cleaning off if there's any mold lines on here. Yeah, but the worst thing that will happen to someone who uses vapes or anyone who's addicted to something is if they break it and you tell them, well, what was the fucking point in that? Or some people need that, right? Like some people need to be told the harsh truth, but sometimes it just takes time, man. They're not gonna put it down, especially if it's their coping mechanism. They're gonna keep running back to it, unfortunately. So yeah, it's really hard to beat a addiction if she is addicted. I mean, it sounds like she's partially addicted, but if she was off of it for 3 weeks, that's pretty good. So, but yeah. Ellie's friend Ashley said, "Is she gonna die?" No, she won't die. It's it's still being researched. It's not fully understood, but yeah, don't vape. There's a lot of people who do it, and it's very self-destructive. Like anything, dude. Like who am I to talk, right? But yeah, I think vaping's bad for you. I remember when vaping first came out. That's how old I am. I remember when vaping first came out. And I remember buying the first vapes that were commercially available on frickin' military base, and I was smoking them, and I was like, "Oh, they're kind of cool." You know, it's like smoking, and you don't have to worry about like setting off fire alarms. Like you could vape in your bedroom, and like there were no rules about it. Like you could vape in airports, and like there weren't laws about it because it was so new. They're like, "Well, it's water vapor, it's not fire," and they're like, "Oh, well, is it still smoking?" And then they found out the whole like secondhand smoke thing, and I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know. I don't want to say it's weird because I'm weird, but like I don't think vapes are good. I really don't. And everybody who uses a vape is it's just I don't know. I always see the same type of people vaping, and I don't understand it. I really don't. But they're adults. They're going to do what they do, right? So I'm not one to tell you exactly what to do, nor am I allowed to. We live in a free country. But if you want to ask my opinion, I would say, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, I would strongly recommend you stop. But it's up to you if you want to do it. You should, but it's up to you, right? And then Ashley said she's still not happy. She's crying. I'm assuming, Ashley, it's because this is just me. Ren and Ellie were kind of talking on the side, and I guess there were some things that got someone into their feelings last night, and maybe it embarrassed her a little bit. Maybe because he wanted to talk about it, and she's like, I don't know if I want to talk about it. I kind of want to just, maybe she was vulnerable last night, and maybe she said something, or some things were said, and maybe she's not able to process it right now. So that's my guess. It's nothing bad. Like, no one said anything bad about her. It's not like, I don't know how to describe it. So there's no bullying going on. There's no bullying. There better not be any bullying. That's all I gotta say. But I'm not aware of any bullying or anything like that. So she could just be in her feelings right now, and she just doesn't know how to feel. It's probably what it is. Oh, Ashley said she was drunk last night. Okay. So, yeah, I know what that's like. You get drunk and sometimes you say things you don't mean to, or you say things that you normally wouldn't. So maybe someone was just caught at the right time, at the wrong time, I don't know, and if she made a mistake, just say, oh, I was drunk, like, sorry, JK, LOL, maybe.
Unless you feel the same way.
Unless if you feel the same way, yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
I'm not
Yeah.
But I am kidding.
But I'm totally kidding, so, yeah, maybe she just said something that kind of embarrassed her a little bit.
I say stuff that embarrasses me all the time.
I say stuff that embarrasses me quite a bit, too.
Yeah, you say stuff daily.
Yeah, it's pretty much freaking daily.
You
so.
say stuff every second.
Every second? Oh
pretty
my gosh.
Much.
Femme fatale.
I don't know what that means. Love of my life?
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
I'm your femme fatale?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
It's my final girl. You're the final boss.
I better be your final girl.
Yeah, you're my final girl. Baby.
I am your femme fatale.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
That's right.
Excuse me?
I like it. I love it. It is awesome. Yay. I love my wife more than anything.
Shut up.
We got 4 people on here. Oh, Ren said, what about the last 7 days? Ooh, was she drunk every day of the week? That's a good question, because if she said something last night and she was drunk, that's one thing. But if she's been saying things every day of the week, that is another thing. So maybe she's just not comfortable talking about it on a live stream. Maybe that's what it is, Ren. Maybe she knows it and just doesn't want to talk about it. So maybe that was it.
Isn't this Warhammer, not Love Island?
Wait a second. Ashley said she was on vacation at Arizona, so I don't know. Wait, what? Is this Love Island? What's going on here? A bombshell just entered.
Guess so.
Holy shit, what's going on here?
What are you doing with that?
With what?
With that circle.
This is the base.
Yeah, why is it upside down?
Because I have the cork on it glued.
Yeah, so why is it upside down?
Because it can be. I want it to stay on here.
Why don't you put pressure on it? Like a brick.
I don't have a brick. Do you have a brick?
Yeah, I want my ass. Like this.
Well, that's pretty heavy. Yay! Teamwork!
I'm gonna brush my teeth.
Okay, going bed? That's fine. I'll probably be calling this, so.
That's what you say every time, and that's like 8 more.
Well, it keeps getting deeper and deeper, and I'm like, wait, what's going on here? Ren said, oh, she didn't tell me she was in Arizona. Could have shown her around. Wait, what? She was in Arizona?
Wait, so
Ren lives in Arizona. Huh?
So Ren reciprocates the feeling?
That's a good question. Ren, do you reciprocate the feelings? Or are there feelings? Is there a connection? Here's a better question. Do you actually think there's a connection here?
Yeah, the connection.
The connection.
The Love Island connection.
The Love Island connection. That sounds dumb. Do you actually have a connection with Ellie? Do you like talking to her? Do you want to see her in real life? Do you... He said maybe. Okay. He's being honest. He's being honest. That's good. He said maybe.
The plot thickens.
Maybe with a period. That's very precise.
Look at all this free gum I got.
Yes, honey.
This is $20 worth of free gum.
That's awesome. That's good. They hooked it up.
I want to chew a piece just because I can.
Ah, and then Ren said, wouldn't mind to explore a date or so to figure things out. Fair.
Whoa.
That's...
Whoa.
It's just a date. It's just a date.
Whoa.
Oh, it's... Oh, God. Ay, ay, ay. So you like her so far enough to be like, yeah, I wouldn't mind hanging out with her on a date. I wouldn't mind going on a date with her. And that is honesty. Women don't often get that, man. Some guys are just like wishy-washy about their shit, but he's saying maybe. And a maybe is better than a no, right?
Travis, would you go on a date with me?
I've taken you out on so many dates.
Is there a connection?
Oh my god. I don't know anymore. Honestly.
Hey!
I think the connection's gone, man. The connection's deeply disturbed and it's all frazzled and nothing makes sense anymore. Yeah. How long do you have class tomorrow?
Forever.
Forever? So you're just gonna sleep there?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, okay. And then Ashley asked, did she ask you out? Yeah, I remember that, Ren. Ashley said I hear her yelling now, so gonna go check on her. That's good. She was at her aunt's house, mom's house. I didn't know her family was from Arizona, lives in Arizona. Wasn't that something? Interesting. And she didn't say anything to you, Ren? Again, she's there to visit her family, so... It depends on what part of Arizona, right? So, but... Here's a good thing, Ren. She has an excuse to come out to Arizona. So... She might come again, and... I mean, if you pay for her ticket. Just saying.
She's back and wants her phone back, so bye.
Alright, bye, Ashley. If you are Ashley. And then Ellie's back. What's up? What's up, Ellie? You feeling better? A little bit better? I'm getting tired. I know that for a fact. A long day for me. Hey, what's up, Ellie? I'm chilling. I'm done with all my hobby stuff for tonight.
Fantastic.
You feel fantastic. Well, that was good. Looks like you got your...
Just need a little cry sash.
You just needed, just needed some time.
Happens to the best of us.
That's right.
I'll need one later this week, probably.
Yeah. Ellie said I drank a beer. Hey, that helps too. I feel that.
Where did my phone go?
Sometimes you just need a beer, and I'm like, God, I feel so much better.
That's not good.
I'm just saying the truth.
That's called addiction.
It's not addiction.
You're right, it's not.
It's dependency. There's a difference. But, yeah, I feel that too, Ellie. Sometimes you just need a beer. Oh my gosh. I'm getting tired. I think I'm going to call it here, gents. This was... But I do know there's some live streamers who literally live stream themselves sleeping. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that.
Dude, that's weird.
Yeah. They live stream. Sometimes they live stream their whole family sleeping. In one room. I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Who watches that? That's what I'm more concerned about.
You'd be surprised. But, yeah. But, either way, I think it was a pretty good session here. I was on for, oh my gosh, it's been almost 3 hours. Holy crap, that's awesome. Yeah, we're right at the 3 hour mark. That's perfect. And I think that's where I'm going to call it, guys, is the 3 hour mark. That's perfect. So we got a little bit done, nothing too crazy. Another day in the crafty corner here, and another Warhammer Wednesday. I really appreciate everybody who stopped by, everybody who hung out, and I really want to thank you for continuing to hang out with me, come see me, our interactions, our talks. Ellie, she is who she is, and that's okay to be that way, Ellie. It's okay. So, like I told your friend Ashley, whenever you're having like a panic attack, or if you're ever having a panic attack, what I was told by my therapist, and this goes for everybody, if you're ever like really in your feelings and you're like freaking out and you don't know where to go find somewhere that is quiet, where you can just be by yourself, or if you want someone to come with you, you can, and you just gotta wait it out, man. You just gotta ride the emotional wave is what you gotta do. So it's like surfing, right? You know it's coming, you paddle out to it, you get on that wave, and you ride that sucker out until it's gone. That's how it works. So it could take 10 minutes, it could take 30 minutes. I've had panic attacks multiple times. Real panic attacks from my PTSD. So I know what that's like. And I know that if I am getting scared, or I'm getting confused, or I'm overwhelmed is usually a good feeling to describe it. I go somewhere quiet. Sometimes I just go on my phone, and it kind of takes me out. It takes me out of the situation, right? Or grounding techniques are like, hey, you're here, you're safe, everything's okay, what's your name? Do you know what day it is today? Hey, look at that on the shelf. Hey, look at those birds on the tree. So that's grounding techniques, is like bringing awareness to your current self, and it kind of calms you down. That's one way that can work. That doesn't always work well for me. But I work really good on just riding it out, man, however long that takes. So I hope that helps you. If you or someone you know suffers from panic attacks, or from anything like that, like PTSD shit, there you go. You can put that in your back pocket and use it, and it really helps. So you don't have to talk to them. You don't have to confront them. And, most of the time, just let them ride it out, man, and they'll be fine. So, but that's all I got. This is Travis here with ChaoticCrafterZero, another Warhammer Wednesday. Technology mostly was okay during this, so either way, we're still figuring it out. But I really want to say thank you, much love, all the respect to all my friends, to all my new subscribers, to my continuing subscribers that are the bedrock of this channel. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and from the top of my heart too. So, And then if you're curious about more about the Chaotic Crafter Zero channel, you can subscribe to me, like my videos, please. It helps me. Comment down below. That helps me too. You can check out my shorts. I got a whole bunch of them. If you like miniature painting, or if you just like funny stuff, I like posting funny stuff too, or things that I'm working on, updates on a lot of things. I also have a Discord. Highly, highly, highly suggest that you join the Discord. I'm not asking for money, but if you join the Discord, if you like miniature Warhammer, if you like anything grim dark, if you're into Trench Crusade, anything like that, or like just hanging out with some awesome guys, join the Discord, man. We're there for you. And if you have any questions or tips, or if you want to know more about Warhammer 40K, or like how to paint certain ways, there's a lot of people in there with a lot of knowledge. So I'm not even the top knowledge person in there. So a lot of experience in there. I would welcome you to the Discord channel. My link is in the description on my main channel. There'll be a bunch of links. You can click on that and you'll be able to join. Okay. There are some rules. Please read those. I have an Instagram. I'm still putting it up, yada, yada, yada. But other than that, I want to thank you for watching this Warhammer Wednesday. That's all I got. Until next time, peace out. Bye, everybody.